Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Debbie, and I'm going to be taking you through a 20-minute Yin Yoga class today. No props are required. This is beginner friendly and good for all levels. However, we will be spending some time on our knees, so if you would like to grab a prop for your knees, I have yoga jellies here. If you don't have those, that's fine. You can just roll your mat over onto one side and kneel on that, or grab a cushion or pillow. As always, blocks, if you feel that you need them, feel free to use them, but they're not needed. So if you do need to grab any props, press pause. Otherwise, we are going to begin. So let's move into an all fours position, positioning ourselves more at the back of the mat, beginning in wide-legged child's pose. So bring the knees, the toes together to touch, knees as wide as a mat, lowering the heel or the bum down onto your heels. And then slowly begin to walk yourself out and bringing yourself down to melt into the mat. And because this is Yin Yoga, we are going to hold the poses for about 2 to 3 minutes here. So get comfortable. And this is where, if you would like, you could use the block to put your head on, or bring the mat closer to you using pillows, but it's your choice. Just let your body settle in and do some deep belly breathing, following your own natural rhythm. So breathing in and out through the nose. And as I mentioned, we're going to hold these poses for about 2 to 3 minutes here. So feel free to make any adjustments in your body as you start relaxing into the poses. And also for child's pose, if your bum feels up too high and it's uncomfortable for you, feel free to put a pillow underneath your feet and your bum to bring your bum closer to your heels with a little bit of assistance. Just continue with the deep breathing. Feeling yourself relax into the mat. And if you find your mind wandering away, that's perfectly fine. Just bring it back to your breath. Bring yourself back onto your mat. And you'll feel your spine slowly expanding. Make any micro adjustments as needed as you feel yourself melting and relaxing. We're going to take 5 more deep belly breaths here. Breathing in through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Last breath in and out. And move slowly, so gently and slowly walk the hands back in, lifting the forehead up off of the mat, bringing your knees back underneath you, all fours. Basically, this is just a transition pose. So you want to make yourself or make your way onto your bum any way that is comfortable for you. And we are going to do butterfly. So your choice, you can bring your feet in a little closer to get more of a stretch, but seeing that this is a yin yoga class and it's all about length and relaxation, take your feet a little wider away. And this is where, if you have a block, you might want to use it to put your head on if you're not as flexible and you can't reach down as far. Otherwise, we're just going to dangle. So listen to your body, do what works for you. First, we will inhale and find a nice tall spine. And on the exhale, we will slowly lean forward. And we're rounding from the low back. And we are tucking our chin into our chest. And your choice, your hands can either go over top of your feet, or if you're more comfortable, placing your hands underneath your legs. And just allowing yourself to relax. The spine is rounding naturally. Tucking that chin slightly into the chest. And just feeling an opening through our hips and inner groin. And making sure that you can take full, deep belly breaths, breathing in and out through your nose. We're going to stay here for about 2 to 3 minutes as well. And you may notice here that you'll feel yourself just slowly relaxing more with each and every breath you take, and that your head feels like maybe it's coming closer to your feet. Again, the goal is never to strain. If anything hurts, you have gone too far. Back up and take it back to where it's comfortable and you can maintain the position. But let gravity do its work and you will just gradually relax into the pose with each and every breath that you take. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Relax your jaw. Relax your forehead. Amazing how much tension and stress we hold in our face. And again, if your mind wanders, just try and bring it back to your breath. We're almost there. Five more deep breaths in and out through your nose. Feeling that tension relax away. One more breath in and out. And remember, in Yin, it's important to come out slowly, so moving slowly, using those hands to push your way back up into a seated position, making your way slowly back up with the head. The last thing, come back up. We're going to bring the feet around behind us now and making our way into our dragon pose. So your choice, which side you would like, and this is where you may want to fold over the mat on one side for your knee and bringing that left foot forward and just allowing your hips to melt into the mat. And again, if you have blocks, this is where blocks can also come in handy, because you can use the blocks to lift you up a little bit to allow yourself to maybe get a little bit of a deeper stretch in through your hips. Keeping that knee over the ankle, trying not to let it go over the toes. And you can close the eyes down here if you'd like, or just let your gaze come to a soft focus. And again, the goal with Yin is not to take the stretch to where it's uncomfortable. You just want it to feel good in the body. And if this hurts your low back at all, then pull your navel in towards your spine just a little bit, or maybe back out a little bit, and just go where it's comfortable for you. And just do your deep breathing in and out through the nose. And again, you're doing what works for your body. And once you find that comfortable position, just hold it. Try not to fidget too much. If you're fidgeting, then that means that maybe you've gone too far into the pose and you need to back it out just a bit. And just focus on releasing the tension from your hips. It should feel really nice through the low back as well. And as always, make sure that you relax your face. It's amazing, honestly, how much we grind our teeth and hold tension in our jaw and across our forehead. You want to maintain a nice long spine and long neck in this pose as well. And again, if you do find your thoughts wandering, just know that's perfectly normal. Just bring the attention back to the breath, and that will help you to relax and stay focused. And the longer you stay here, the more you may feel your hips relaxing deeper. But again, you don't want this stretch to be uncomfortable. You want to make sure that you're not going past your edge. We're almost there. Just 5 more deep breaths in and out through the nose. Two more breaths. And when we come out of this, we're going to go back into the all fours position. So you want to slowly move back into that all fours position, bringing that knee back underneath of you. And if you had your mat rolled under your knee, you can release the mat and we'll take it over to the other side. Maybe it might feel good for you to just drop back into a little bit of a child's pose here if it felt like too much of a strain for you. Otherwise, let's take it to the other side. If you roll the mat underneath your knee on the other side, do so on this side. And we're going to step our right foot forward and allow ourselves to just relax into the pose. So get yourself comfortable. Again, if you have yoga jellies or a cushion or something to go underneath, feel free to use those. Use your yoga blocks if you need to lift yourself up a little higher. And just feel those hips melt down into the earth. And just notice if one side maybe feels different than the other, that it's maybe a little more stiff or tight. And just know that's perfectly normal. There's nothing to fix. This is just an observation. Every time I step onto the mat, my body feels different. One side feels looser one day, and the next day it's the other side that feels looser. So it's just all relative and nothing to be concerned about, just for you to notice. So you also want to make sure that you can take full, deep belly breaths in all of these yin poses that we're doing. Because if you can't, then that means you have gone too far and you do need to back it up a bit. And remember to relax the jaw, relax the forehead, try and keep the teeth apart, letting the tongue relax away from the roof of the mouth. And as on the other side, you might feel yourself feeling like you're sinking or melting more the longer you hold the pose, and that is perfectly natural. 4 more breaths here, in and out through the nose. And now we will begin to slowly come out of the pose. So push your weight back, your bum back, and then bring that knee back underneath your hips, coming back onto all fours, releasing the mat. We're going to make our way onto our backs, so however you would like to get there. You can come up onto your knees and then roll over onto one hip and extend those legs out long. And just slowly make your way down onto your back. And then bend those knees in, and we're going to let them fall over to the right side. And we can take our arms out. Oops, not quite enough space for me here. Take our arms out to the side, or you can make cactus arms, whichever works for you. For me, it's more comfortable to have my arms out to the side. And you can either look up at the ceiling or the sky, or you can tilt your head over to the left side, your choice. And you can always place a pillow between your knees here if that feels comfortable, or a block, or place your hand on top of your left knee in this supine twist. And again, we're going to hold this for about 2 to 3 minutes here. And there's nothing for you to do here other than relax into the pose. And breathe. No tension in the belly. No tension in the jaw. No tension in the forehead. And you can take full, deep belly breaths here, or you can just do whatever your natural breathing rhythm is for you. Do whatever feels comfortable for you. Just notice that feeling of feeling yourself melting into the mat, relaxing, letting the stress of the day melt away. Notice if you're clenching your jaw at all, or if you're creasing your forehead. Just make sure that you work on relaxing your facial muscles as well. We've got 5 more breaths here. We're going to take this over to the other side. So if you had your head tilted over to the left, look up to the ceiling. Bring those knees up through to center. Maybe it might feel good to pull your knees into your chest just for a second. And then set your feet back down and take the knees over to the left and stretch those arms out straight or as a cactus, your choice. And just breathe. Feel yourself relax with each and every inhale. And if you had that pillow between your knees or the block on the other side, make sure you do the same on this side. Again, try not to fidget. And also, as we did with our lunge, notice if this side feels any different than the other side. And again, it's nothing to fix. It's simply an observation in how the two sides of our body are never the same. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Relax the forehead. And over here for just a couple more breaths. Again, your choice of deep belly breaths or your natural breathing rhythm. Now let's lift our head back up to center. Bring those knees back up to center. And realign yourself on the mat. Maybe pull your knees into your chest and just rock a little side to side if that feels good. And let's take this into our final resting pose, savasana. So take up space on your mat. If you want to grab a blanket here and cover yourself up, feel free to do so. Relax those ears away from the shoulders, or vice versa. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. Close down the eyes if that feels good to you. And just let your breath follow its own natural rhythm here. No deep belly breathing required at all. And just feel your whole body melting into the mat. You should be really relaxed by now, not have any tension in your legs, arms, shoulders, feet, hands, face. And again, try and keep that tongue away from the roof of the mouth while you're laying here. And try and keep the forehead relaxed. And I'm just going to leave us in silence here for the last minute. I'll let you know when it's time to reawaken the body. Begin to deepen the breath, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Take a nice, deep, full body stretch here. And then roll yourself over onto one side into fetal position. And gently make your way into a seated position with your legs crossed. We'll take one final breath in here. So inhale, bring the arms up overhead, palms together to touch. Bring them into heart center, bowing your chin to your chest, thanking yourself and your body for taking you through this practice today. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me with this Yin Yoga class today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when my next video is released. I look forward to practicing with you on the mat again soon. Have a great day.